crayfish thermidor is a classic and loved by quite a unique blend of people. However, they like the classics and are not very comfortable with having a tweak done on it. In today's cooking, I'm going against all odds and tweaking the lobster thermidor with slight hints of mustard and the heat that chili brings to it, elevating it to the next level, yet keeping it so true to the thermidor classic that it's supposed to be. Let's get to creating it. Kickstarting off this process, we're just going to preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius for 10 to 15 minutes, and in the meantime, let's get to creating the emulsion that goes into the gorgeous lobster shell. So here I'm using herbed butter that is readily available, but you can go right ahead and use normal butter as well. Lobster thermidor, though very old school in nature and has a charm of its own, has a sauce that is a rich velouté that masks most of the flavor that the sharp lobster meat actually brings to the dish. We are going to take that principle, tweak it a bit, get it down in 15 minutes flat, fill it into the shell and put it into the oven just to give you that golden crunch right on top. So what I've done here is I've taken out the meat from the lobster shell, greased the shell and baked it in the oven for about 30 minutes. Alternatively, you can actually just plunge it into hot boiling water till it gets to the beautiful of red color. To start off, in my pan, I'm just going to add 5 ml of olive oil so that my herbed butter doesn't burn. In goes about 30 grams of herbed butter and just allow the whole thing to melt beautifully. With the butter melting in perfect unison, I'm just going to add 1 fresh red chilli into the mix so that it gets that heat, and about 4 cloves of garlic just so that it mixes with each other, scenting the entire herbed butter, yet at the same time giving out its sharp aroma. To this, I'm taking 3 leeks that I finely shredded, and I'm going to add that into it because I just wanted to balance out the sharp contrasting flavor that lobster meat brings to this dish. You want the leeks to actually get that luscious green, vibrant color coming out, but not charring. So just as it softens and sautés, in goes the meat of 1 lobster that we have cut into large dices, and we're just going to allow this to sear and sizzle in the butter. As you allow the lobster meat to gently saute into the gorgeous leek mixture, on the side I'm actually flambeing about 30 ml of cognac just so that it gets that additional heat right into the dish. So with the fire, we're just going to pour that on top and allow everything to sizzle and give it all that beautiful aroma. Sharp, contrary flavors coming together. While I've allowed the lobster to absorb all the flavor that the cognac has brought, in goes about a teaspoon of my home stone ground mustard paste. You can go right ahead and use any store-bought variant. The reason why I add the mustard towards the end is because I want it to be the last flavor that you experience as soon as you bite into it. So while you saute all this together, now is the time to add the fun ingredients into this, and that is cream cheese. So here I've taken about 80 grams of cream cheese, a large dollop. Just allow it to melt and coat the gorgeous lobster chunks out here. While cooking with lobster, always remember that the meat gets done really very fast. So cook fast, smart and with precision. Into this, I've just added about 20 grams of finely grated aged red cheddar over here, just so that it gives you that burst of energy. Garnish this with about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of flat leaf parsley, just so that it contrasts the freshness appeal of the entire dish. Coat it all, switch off the flame and fill it right into the shell. A slight sprinkle of some sea salt going on top, along with some freshly milled pepper. Check the salt before you add it because the cream cheese and the cheese leaves out its own salt overall. Just toss it all and now fill it into the shell. All this needs is a fine sprinkling of some Parmesan cheese on top just to gratinate that and give it that gorgeous color. This goes into a preheated oven for 15 minutes and you're good to enjoy this beautiful, new age yet old school in nature, starry wonder. Minutes of the perfect cheese melting and the gooiness coming on top in the form of a perfect golden brown is what makes this new age version of a Lobster Thermidor very modern and very new school in the making. We're just going to take this out and no drama here, just plate it on a platter and enjoy it. Any additional stuffing that you couldn't fit into the shell, just put it in a bowl on the side to enjoy. This pairs very well with some pita bread and some lemon wedges. So just 2 lemon wedges on this gorgeous baby and it's ready to be enjoyed with beautiful glasses of a full-bodied red wine. I hope you enjoyed creating this gorgeous baby with me. Old school in nature, yet with a very modern, very new age twist to it. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button. And as I always say, don't forget to subscribe.